welcome back to the Obelisk Lounge. My name is Justice, and I'm here with the MJ follow-up reading. I posted parts 1 and 2 Sunday and Monday. That was like one reading that I broke up into 2 readings. And so a couple of subscribers, after I had already recorded that reading, came back on my community tab with some additional questions. And so that's what this reading right here is going to be about, part 3. And then I also spoke to my brother a couple of days ago. And he also had another question about, if the singer B. Howard, who is Mickey Howard's son, but it's supposed to be MJ and Mickey Howard's love child, if that is his son, because y'all know the song Billie Jean is not my lover. That's supposed to be about Mickey Howard, my brother was saying, and I was like, OMG, I got to go and read and find out, if B. Howard is in fact, Michael's love child, because he brought up to me that in my reading I mentioned how Michael had another child out there, like a lesser known child out there that he that wasn't public or anything like that, aside from Paris and Blanket. And I think the other one, or is there like a third one that we know? I know Paris and Blanket. Is there another one? Or maybe I'm thinking of the monkey as like the third child or whatever of him. But anywho, so I'm gonna be reading that. And then one of my subscribers, she wanted to know if he was involved in the occult, was his passing intentional, and does he have any words of wisdom. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. Let's see, go ahead and thumbs up and all of that jazz. So my first question is, what was the nature of Michael Jackson and Mickey Howard's relationship, if any? The nature of their relationship, if any. 4, and forgive the camera shaking. It's going to stop once I stop shuffling. 3, the nature of Michael Jackson and Mickey Howard's relationship. Ancestors. 1. 4 of hearts, 4 of diamonds. So they really didn't have a relationship like that, like not one where they were heavily like fond of each other. I feel like that it was probably like one of convenience, because supposedly, and I say one of convenience because I see it here in the card with all these 4s coming out, but then also because when I was talking to my brother, he mentioned how she stayed in the family guest house for a brief period of time, which is around the time that people speculate, that she and Michael conceived, their love child, B. Howard, which like I said, I'm going to be reading that separately to see. But with the 4 of hearts and the 4 of diamonds, it really didn't go anywhere. I'm really not seeing like a whole lot of sexual chemistry, anything like that between them, or compatibility at all. I feel like Mickey sees Michael, or saw Michael rather, as like a square. I feel like she probably liked, street guys and, and people who have more edge to them, who may not like have been in the industry, but like dudes like from like her neighborhood and things like that. I don't know how she grew up, but she like an around the way type, dude. It's like almost like I hear her voice saying like, I like an around the way, type man. And Michael is kind of, like kind of square. So and so I'm seeing that they really didn't have like a relationship like that really at all. And if they did briefly, like it wasn't compatible. And if they did, it was like it was like, they really didn't have a relationship or like that strong of a connection like that at all. It was more so just like of an industry type, relationship, like not anything, not anything strong like that. In fact, I can see it being with this King of Spades here, her father or one of his brothers more so, but not Michael. This King of Spades, it wasn't I don't think it was Michael. Did Michael write Billie Jean? Because we need to look and see because he probably co-wrote it, but I don't think he wrote it all himself, or if he did write it all himself, it was inspired by his brother or father or something like that. It's not him. That's for sure that she had the relationship with. It was with them, I'm seeing like it was like strictly platonic. They maybe shared like a kiss or something, but I'm not seeing any coitus. You know what I'm saying? Any sexual, activity, between them taking place. I'm just not seeing it. They weren't very compatible. She really wasn't into him. It was his brother, one of his brothers, or maybe a couple, and his daddy, for sure. I feel like she probably, I would not be surprised if this, if it was the father or one of the older brothers. Yeah, most definitely. Not Michael. The father or one of the brothers, or both. With the 9 of clubs, the 3 of clubs, and the 5 of spades, I don't even think she really spent a lot of time around him like that. I feel like around the time that she was living there, they would just see each other in passing. They didn't spend a lot of time around each other. I'm seeing the interactions be like very respectful. And I'm really heavily feeling like that Billie Jean was inspired by was inspired by one of his siblings. Like it's like his account of a relationship, that he, it's his perspective of Mickey and one of his siblings' relationship. I would not be surprised. I don't know which sibling it is. I don't even know all of their names, but it's definitely, I feel like it might be 2 of the siblings that she probably had some dealings with, and the daddy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Or them, or they, their dealings with each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was short-lived. It wasn't anything even like long-lasting, but not her and Michael. Let me see, what else am I picking up on in relation to this? Yeah, like that's it. Like that's the dead end. Because my question was so let's see what, So I'm feeling like he more so gave her advice like in passing, like telling her something along the lines of, like if you're doing this for your career, it's not going to stick. You know what I'm saying? Or like you don't have to do this, to help your career. Like he kind of viewed her as just like one of those groupie girls that can like sing really, really good, He really didn't value her, or not. I don't want to, let me switch up my words, because it's not about value her, but he really just didn't, he didn't see her as his peer. Like he just saw her as one of his brothers, flings, one of his father's flings, like not anything that's actually going to, stick. I don't even think he really realized like who she was either. Like he knew of her, but he really was like in his own, world, in like his own bubble and different things like that. He really wasn't really studying her when she was there like that. And not in a way to be rude or dismissive, but like he just looked at her like, oh, that's just like my brother's company, or that's just my father's company, So B Howard ain't his son. Yeah. So is B Howard a part of the Jackson family? I'm feeling strongly that, but I can't pinpoint it because it's like all of them were like together. That's not my, is B Howard Michael's child? Which one? Well, they never had no dealings, so let me scratch that question. Not is that his child, but so is he in the B Jackson family? Is the singer B Howard, is he actually, let me get my personality cards for B Howard. Excuse me, because I'm not about to edit any of this out, because Now, this isn't what the reading is saying, but my opinion when I look at him is a bit attention seeking, or just trying to like latch on to something. But also I feel like there is some validity there though at the same time, like two things being true at the same time, like when it comes to him. So elevator says, give me a personality and character report on this B. Howard, Mickey Howard's son. Give me a personality and character report. 5, 4. These are always so hard to shuffle. Personality and character report on B. Howard. I'm gonna do one more time, y'all. Personality and character report. Queen, damsel, slave, interesting, Samaritan. I'm feeling called to pull 6 cards on him and student. Okay. So automatically with the queen card, he is, and with the damsel, I was about to say with the queen card, he is very attention seeking. That's for sure. Craves attention, wants to be in the spotlight and different things like that. But he is also, how can I describe this slave card in regards like to his personality? Like he, is committed to a cause that is not going to serve him, you know. Kind of like how y'all know Britney Spears is I'm a slave for you, like a slave for you. Look, I'm like, what's this song called? Slave for You. Like the song Slave for You, like how she mentioned how that was about, you know, the industry and different things like that, and how she was a slave to the industry. But I feel like he is a slave not necessarily to the industry, but to like a cause that is not going to serve him. So like I feel like he is committed to you know, this narrative that Michael is his father, and that's just not the case. Yeah, that's just not the case. With the Samaritan card, the femme fatale, and the student, he is very calculated. Yeah, he's very calculated. Even like his nature and the way that he presents himself is very, you know, like Michael-esque, and and he does that on purpose. He does that on purpose to like feed the public and to also, you know, feed his career and things like that. Like I said before, like very attention seeking and very calculated. Very calculated. Like as with the student card, like he has studied the Jacksons and like their movements and their mannerisms and, you know, their the cadence of their voice and different things like that. And so he seeks to emulate them and to feel as though, you know, he belongs to them. So let me see if he actually belongs to them, folks, because I'm not gonna lie, he does look like them, you know, like he has, you know, like their vibe, you know what I'm saying? He got that weird surgery face, you know, that they all, you know got, and you know. So let's see. Okay, ancestors, is B. Howard a Jackson? Is B. Howard a Jackson? Ancestors 3. Is B. Howard a Jackson? Eight of I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting that. Y'all, yes, he is a Jackson. Be that. No one wants to be defeated. He's a Jackson. Billie Jean was in fact not Michael's lover, okay? Because he's not Michael's child. He's not. I'm really feeling like his how many brothers? Oh, it's 5 of them, right? I'm feeling like it's either I don't know why I really want to say Tito, But he been on me like this whole, like, you know, like reading, like, you know, like when I asked about the B. Howard situation, I feel like it's him, but I also feel like him and Jermaine shared relations, with, like, it's him, like he and Jermaine were involved with Mickey Howard, you know, in that way, as well as with, yeah, oh, yo, he a Jackson, but he got it all wrong. It's not Michael. I feel like it's Jermaine or it's Tito. And I think Randy probably got the, oh, I don't want to say it like that. I feel like, you know, her and Randy had, you know, their time together, you know, as well. Or whatever other one. I probably got the name wrong, but I'm for sure feeling like Jermaine and Tito, they are the ones that had relations with her. And, you know, or they together, you know. Woo, y'all, he's a Jackson. And with the Jack of Spades, it's talking about an unwanted child, you know, like a and forgive me, but a bastard child, like what some people like would consider, you know, like the throwaway child, you know, the secret child, the love child. Yes, y'all, B. Howard is a Jackson. Okay, he is a Jack. Whoa, mind blown. I have not gone down the B. Howard rabbit hole, but after this reading, now I'm like, okay, I want to know more about him. So, you know, y'all go down the rabbit holes too and put all of that information, you know, in the comment section, anything, you know, that you find. You know what I'm saying? That's his, and I'm really feeling like it's Jermaine's child. I feel like her and Tito just had the relations, but I feel like he is Jermaine's child. I could be wrong, so let me just see. Let me see. Let's see, is it Jermaine or Tito? Because it's kind of hard to tell, because I feel like she probably had relations maybe with them both in the same day, or like really, really close together. So it's like the energy is very mixed up, which is why I'm having a hard time like pinpointing it. It's like, okay, who, you know what I'm saying? You know, so, and then I feel like it's them and like one other dude too that's like unrelated, you know, like to them, just like somebody, you know, that she knew, maybe a more permanent boyfriend or some other fling that she probably had at that time. But like there's like another potential as well, but he's a Jackson, so it ain't even that other person. Like, he's a Jackson. B. Howard is a Jackson, okay? And that's just all she wrote. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. He's not Michael's child, but he is definitely a Jackson. He belongs to Jermaine or Tito. Okay, and at the time of this reading, Tito just passed away. I want to say the earlier part of this week or last week. So, you know, R.I.P. I was just listening to the Jacksons earlier today. You know, Jackson 5. So, you know, woo, yo. Golly, y'all, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. When I do my readings, I'm very detached. Like, I'm not like in my usual self mode, like I'm in my spiritualist mode, like when I do my readings. So I really don't have an opinion or care or anything when I'm using my spiritual senses, my psychic senses, and all those different things to just pick up things and to read my cards. Like, it's just that my opinion is not involved. So it's just a shocker. I can't wait to talk about this with my brother. But let's see, who is the daddy? Is Jermaine the daddy? 3, 2, 1. Is Jermaine the daddy? No. Is Tito the daddy? Y'all, what if the daddy, Joe, was the daddy? Y'all, come on now. Come on, man, in my boosted voice. Come on, man. I need to insert that meme. I'm not, because I don't feel like editing this video. But it's, you know, come on, man. Is Tito the daddy to be Howard? Is that man's daddy? Okay, no. Oh, no, yes, 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 yes. But he denied him, of course, you know, for, or publicly denied him. No, and denied him too, not even just publicly, because what I'm picking up on is she didn't even really get financial assistance or enough financial assistance with him. I think she maybe got like a lump sum of money, but she didn't get like recurring money throughout the years to help him. And him as in like B. Howard. Like she didn't get like a recurring, yeah. Yeah, she needed yeah, she needed more. And then the fact that I got both jokers, man, there's a lot of deception and things like that going on in this situation. Bless his heart, you know what I'm saying? And like, bless, like, you know, like B's heart, you know, like what I'm saying, like, you know, that's so sad. It's just been, he was under the impression she ain't told him who his daddy is. He just picked Michael, you know, and ran with it. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit stunned, but let's see. But I'm also trying to pick up like what else, you know, there is in relation to this. Oh, then both the jokers came out. A lot of, then the $10 at the bottom. Y'all, that's the daddy. Oh my God. And he didn't really want to claim him because he's just like, well, it could be my brother's baby. You know what I'm saying? It could be my daddy's baby. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you know, anybody's, you know, baby is, you know, because I didn't say what that last row meant, but that's what the last row meant. Now that I'm like saying it out of my mouth, like to let you guys know, like that's what the last row was saying. Like there was just like a lot of, you know, immaturity and back and forth, you know, with determining, the paternity. So they just gave her a lump sum to just, you know, go away. They excluding Michael because he said that's none of my business. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. Like it was none of his business, so he wasn't studying it. But it was between the other brothers and the dad that made it go away. But she got the bad end of the stick because this lump sum really was not enough to, you know, for her to expand in the ways that she really wanted to expand, and for him, you know, her son, to expand in the ways that they needed and wanted to expand. Like it was enough for like a while, you know, but it wasn't enough, you know, to really just do big things. But I mean, the Jacksons are, you know, a multi-million-dollar empire now that Michael's gone. Probably, I'm sure, $1 billion empire. Like I would not be surprised. So in the grand scheme of things, what she got was barely a drop. Barely.